Welcome back to TV47 News Tonight with me, Abu Bakr Abdullahi. Let's get back to our discussion and bring back our guest, Kelvin Lunani, by way of phone. He's the chairman of ANC. Kelvin, before we went on a break, we talk of how crowded or otherwise the space near the party leader, as alluded to those who have left the party, claim. As the chairman of the party, are you ruling out the prospect of these leaders leaving the party because probably they have been edged out?
Well, I believe there's no edging. You know, for you to become a president of this country, you need people around you. Mm-hmm. And not just around you, you need people from across the country. So I don't see the issue of edging. What I know, my friend and my elder, Barat Luka, has done his part. And we will respect him for what he's done for the party and the party leader. But otherwise, about being crowded around the president, to my knowledge, for you to become a president of this country, you really need people around you. You need Kenyans around you, across the country, from coast to western, northeastern, to all that. So basically, maybe they stand a better chance if conducted, maybe to explain how crowded they are.
All right, let's move away from the question of the crowd near the party leader and get to the party elections. 2 months ago, there was a lot of debate on the term of those who are still serving in the leadership capacity of the party is concerned. Given that the party was founded in 2015 and issued its certificate on July 13, 2015, with a term of 5 years, and that 5 years, as some say, has lapsed, are the leaders who are holding these positions in the party there then illegally there?
Yeah. Let me put it so clearly, and I think this is very important for the nation and the members of my party across. You see, we had a constitution that we were to be in the office for the 5 years. But because of the corona virus, the COVID-19, we were not able, we had put all the systems, everything in place for the elections of the officials. But you remember very well that even the IEBC, they have by-elections that they're supposed to conduct.
Yes.
And yet these by-elections cannot go on because of the COVID. Same to us. But at the same time, we managed to have the NGC at that time, which was the second body command that managed to seek leave and grant us some time as we planned. But at the same time, get to know that we have gotten a new constitution, for which we saw some things going on. Which is the new constitution which allows for a new chapter, a new dispensation for this party. And this new constitution is basically taking the powers to the grassroots. And you see, the new constitution allows the transition. There are officers that they were allowed to transit to the new constitution. And this was the party leader, the chairman, and the branch chairman, who allowed to transit into the new constitution.
All right. All right, Kelvin. Is there any time frame of when the party's elections and primaries will be conducted then? Or is the party waiting for the curve to flatten, then conduct its elections?
Yeah, as I was telling you, we have already put an election board in place and all that is going on. Now, if you look at it, some parts we already have restructuring and harmonization of the branches. And one reason why we are doing all this is because the new constitution has given the branches the power and the authority of the party. And we are there are some parts we are already doing the election. And the new transition, the transition into the new constitution says that within 2 weeks, we ought to have brought in Secretary General, of where it says the party leader will present 2 names to the Amani Council, which is the second highest organ in the Constitution, to elect a Secretary General. That the Secretary General will put in place, a secretary, which will have 6 directorates to run the party.
All right, all right, Kelvin, given that the current party leader has declared his interest in the 2022 race, will it be fair to say then that the answer already exists in as far as who will bear the flag of ANC is concerned come 2022 without even elections?
Last Friday, as I've told you, that the Constitution allowed the transition of the office bearers of the party leader and the chairman into a new constitution, and it endorsed the party leader to go for the presidency, not even the deputy president. So Musalia Mudavadi is automatic, and he was sworn in for the next 5 years as per the new constitution, of which they mandated him to run for the presidency and seek or get into partnership, and gave him the authority also to disengage in some of the existing coalition.
All right, we've talked of the party leader's interest come 2022 as a presidential candidate. Is there a possibility of him being a deputy to anyone, as some say?
No. This is what I want to... Mheshimiwa Musalia Mudavadi is open to any kind of coalition. The Amani Council gave him the mandate to go and seek like-minded people to make coalitions. But one clear thing that people need to understand, be it the members, be it the nation, be it IDC, is that Musalia Mudavadi has been mandated to go to the ballot come 2027. And any coalition will be looking for is people to support her, or to support ANC on its mission to get to settle.
And that definitely rules out the prospect of any other person being the head and Mudavadi being a deputy to him, just for purposes of clarity. So,
absolutely. He's looking for a running mate. He's not looking to be a running mate.
One name that has been fronted in the political discussion is the current DP and Ruto Mudavadi ticket as the party chairman. What are your thoughts on that?
You're getting paid. Do you say that was a name that has been fronted?
Pardon?
Yeah, I didn't get you right.
No, I'm saying one ticket or somewhat a coalition that has been fronted between Ruto and a Mudavadi ticket by some in political quarters. What do you make of that as the party's chairman?
I'm wondering who is fronting that, because you know the Kenyan constitution stipulates very clearly that the deputy president cannot go for a second term of deputy president. Unless he becomes the chief campaigner, or maybe if BBI goes through and we have a position of premiership, but since Mudavadi is getting onto the ballot, he cannot have the deputy as his running mate. He can only have him as his supporter or as his chief campaigner.
All right, the answer is there to that question. Nonetheless, I understand we are out of time, but one final question. Is ANC still part of NASA?
Yeah, I want to put this so clearly, because there was an agreement and NASA is still alive. And there is an exit clause in the NASA coalition where any member of NASA who wishes to exit, there is a clause, and it says
I can hear you, Kelvin, go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying, unless 3 parties exist from NASA, NASA still exists. But one thing I must accept is that there's never been a follow-up or meeting of NASA. So NASA is still there, but we know some members of NASA who are very selfish, that are bringing up some stalemates, those who don't want to share the political funding. So, I mean, there are all sorts of intrigues that are being played in there. But we are still NASA, because we are the founders of NASA.
All right, Kelvin, you say not unless 3 withdraw, the coalition legally stands and holds foot. Nonetheless, given that the party leaders of the other three coalitions or parties have already signaled the death of NASA, does it then become a coalition of a single party?
No. You see, they're just verbatim. None of them is put it in the writing. I think the NASA coalition agreement is in public domain, and I would advise that most media houses should get to it and read it, because nobody has put it in writing. Nobody has served any NASA member that here we are complying with the exit clause and bye-bye.
All right, Kelvin, I understand we are out of time. Thank you once again for making time for us on TV 47.
Sorry, Sana. God bless you.
God bless you too. That's Kelvin Lunani, the chairperson of ANC, the Amani National Congress. Of course, we made sense of the politics in ANC and the party leaders' intention to vie for the presidency come 2022. That brings us to the end of tonight's edition of TV 47 News Tonight. On behalf of the entire team that made this production possible, tonight of all nights, enjoy the rest of our programs.